is that the real problem here is that niggas be hating women and don't know it.
Yeah.
Like folks are so like, it's so easy to build platforms and momentum for a public visibility career by hating a insert person here who's easy to get hate. I recorded Olay and Friends yesterday, and like the Diddy recovery is like, I wasn't expecting that. I was not
Diddy can
reclamation.
You explain that to me? What the Diddy recovery is?
This just today. Let me find this academics tweet I saw. They have found a way to make Diddy the victim of Cassie. Let me read this academics tweet that is emblematic of two tweets now. So here's the first tweet from academics. Kid Cudi admits that despite Cassie lying to him about not being with Diddy and claiming Diddy was abusive to her, she still, all caps, gave Diddy Kid Cudi address for him to blow up his car and vandalize his house. Next tweet. Cassie was trying to line niggas up for Diddy. Nah, this devious. She was dropping IOs and everything just to make Diddy happy. And so you go into his comment section, and like, I just saw somebody say Cassie is guilty too. And it's like, guilty of what? And like, I saw something, Kanye sent his singers to sing in front of the courthouse where Diddy's being held. Lil Boosie came out and supported Diddy and is blaming Cassie. Lil Boosie said something like Cassie set Diddy up to be, I guess, a sexual predator and serial abuser and sex trafficker and get a RICO case. And you see they're trying to jump out with pro Tory Lanez stuff again.
Yeah, I did see that.
Fox News and News Zone, or one of those other like super right-wing news companies, have both covered Tory Lanez support stuff, and a Republican female senator has said something about investigating the Tory Lanez case. So this is a concerted now they have launched an offensive. Clearly, an offensive has been launched, and the usual suspects are back on the block trying to push that red pill manosphere, black manosphere rhetoric to get that started. Let me see if I can find what Boosie said.
I'm tired, man.
Yeah, I'm tired too, but like, it's part of our job. It's part of our job.
But it's like what more can you say? What more can you do besides just be like, you know what, I wash my hands, nigga. I'm done. Pontius Pilate. They want Barabbas, give them Barabbas. Whatever. Like.
I think
what can you say, man?
There's not so, and so here's the thing. What I thought once upon a time was that I was helping to solve a problem. And what I realize now is I'm helping to push the tide. The thing that I think is useful in our role that I've started to like think about a lot lately is we arm people with language and frameworks of analysis that they then carry beyond into like their personal spaces and lives, in the places we can't go. And like, one of the weirdest things that's been happening to me in probably in the last year, where I've had probably my biggest like blow up in terms of visibility outside of like our various bubbles, is hearing my talking points come back to me from a random spot. You know what I'm saying? Like going through TikTok and somebody pops up and says something I know low key they got from me because I wasn't hearing it before then. You know what I'm saying? And so like what that is that's just germination, you know what I mean, contagion. And so when something like the manosphere and this red pill shit mutates the way it has, specifically with black men, because like this is very, very much because the way I'm probably going to do it is something like the manosphere never died is something I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
You know, but like the insidious thing in the moment is how targeted this is at black men online.
Yeah.
Right. It's all this announcement of Tory Lanez new evidence from niggas on social media. It's people announcing and doing press releases that they're going to do X, Y, and Z, but no follow through. It's people like Boosie saying ridiculous things. People like academics tweeting out accusation, like trying to like reframe Diddy's behavior to be Cassie's fault.
Yeah.
But like no actual substantive thing. Is just playing into a certain type of dude's innate misogyny.
Right.
You know?
Because this has been my approach, right? Is because a lot of these niggas, they you know, they want to, you know, be big tough guy, gangster or whatever. And my thing is like this, is like, you feel me? Y'all, you know, projecting this image online. Like, that's how I know most of these internet tough guys, y'all ain't never interacted with the law. Y'all ain't never because this how niggas don't do research. They read the headline. Because one of the charges that Tory got is assault with a deadly weapon, right? You got to prove, 1, that he shot the gun, 2, that he pointed the gun in a threatening manner, like, and just like go off in the middle of a struggle. You got to prove that. And then you also got to prove that he did harm to the person to whom the threat was made. You got to convince a jury of all of that. You understand what I'm saying? On top of the fact that I don't care what so-and-so, mom, dad, whatever said, until you put your hand on that Bible and they say, do you solemnly swear? It's all garbage.
Yeah.
It's also
ain't none of these people about to perjure themselves for Tory Lanez. The funniest thing for me recently is niggas trying to swear to me that Tory Lanez is Tupac. He was like, Tory Lanez wasn't even Jacquees. Right? Let's be real. He wasn't even Jacquees.
Tory Lanez wasn't Daylight.
Right. He was not something special. I forgot. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go live probably tomorrow on Twitch, and I'm gonna listen to Tory Lanez music live because that's what it was talking to me. So I can be like, let me give you my unbiased response to this.
That ain't nobody heard of no Tory Lanez. Wasn't nobody checking for no Tory Lanez. Niggas trying to tell me that Joey Badass don't matter. Tory Lanez didn't matter until he shot that girl.
Right.
Like that has been my approach is, at this point, I just call niggas on their BS and then I tell them that you're not built like that. Because if you was built like that, you will already know this. If you ever really been in some real street stuff, if you ever really got into trouble, listen, I'll be the first to put my hand up. I said this to BP. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like, you feel me, I was a choir boy, but I was in the house for the most part. But like Jay said, I ain't past the bar, but I know enough to know. I know enough to know. You feel me? So I know y'all ain't like that, because I ain't like that. And I got more experience with it than y'all, because y'all would know this.
Yeah.
You would know this. And I feel like that's where a lot of their clout come from, is that, you feel me, they can try to position themselves as these big tough street guys or whatever that know how things work. And no, nigga, you don't know. You don't. I
think it's even simpler than that. It's good old misogynoir.
It is. It is. But you can back it. You can back, if you like. It's different for somebody like. But it's different for, all right. It's one thing for like a soft nigga like academics, you feel me, to preach those points. But then you get, I don't know who, Boosie. Mm-hmm. There's a big difference between somebody that got that credibility, somebody that you know been out there. You feel that got that has that real, or 50 even, because 50 Cent be on the same type of time. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Did you see?
So that's what I mean.
Shout out to DreamCon and the RDC boys, because somebody on DreamCon was on that timing, and they got on that quick. Like, nah, nigga, you're not about to fuck us up with your incel inclinations, messing with our social media. Yeah, man, that's the kind of the thing that like what I was getting at with the misogyny is that what people don't grasp, that really is the challenge, or at least that's gonna be like a part of my thesis, is that the real problem here is that niggas be hating women and don't know it.
Yeah.
Like folks are so like, it's so easy to build platforms and momentum for a public visibility career by hating a insert person here who's easy to get hate. You know what I'm saying? Who people are, and you know, because it's women right now, black women right now, right? But it's been a constant shuffle. I feel like the trans folks are getting a quick break, you know.
Yeah.
And then of course immigrants is popping off, right? So they popping off, but they might be finally slowing down after like people are actually seeing how this anti-immigration movement is got folks out here moving like the secret police.
Yeah. And then they're gonna spin the block on niggas eventually.
They're gonna spin the block on niggas. You know what I'm saying? We always on the menu. We are classic.
Always.
We're like pepperoni pizza. You know, if you don't know what to eat, you're gonna get pepperoni pizza. We don't know who to hate. If you try to hate niggas lately, black fatigue. I don't know what that is. I just keep seeing it. I refuse to investigate what that story is. And so with, you know, because this thing with Meg and Tory is so similar to this thing, to what happened with white woman, white man. I can't remember their names. Right
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard and
Johnny
Depp.
Yeah.
Specifically in certain types of dudes and some women, just to keep it a buck, are able to build entire careers around being anti-insert person here. And it's this weird psychosis that happens online where people, I mean, you know, do you have like hardcore anti-fans yet? Have you noticed some like people that comment how they hate you like every video? You got a couple of those yet?
Probably. You have a
Google or look yourself up on Reddit?
No.
Oh, okay. I be doing that. I be doing it every once in a while, especially when I drop a video, because whenever I drop a video out, I need to see the over